for accusers, a lawsuit, and a challenge to either go to court or pay up to $100 million to women he may have drugged and violated. Cosby has finally responded, filing legal papers today saying he's being extorted by the woman who claimed he assaulted her at the Playboy Mansion when she was just 15. Cosby's papers say Judy Huth's lawyer demanded $100,000 for her silence and then increased the demand to $250,000 as more accusers came forward. Cosby also claims to point holes in Huth's story. She alleged Bill played a drinking game. His side is that Cosby is, quote, a lifelong non-drinker. All right, joining me now is Gloria Allred, Shalon, Beth Ferrier, and Helen Hayes. Ladies, thank you all for being here. And I want to start with you three because yesterday you had a very emotional press conference. Shalon, you were breaking down the entire time. What was it like sitting there in front of all those cameras, in front of the entire world to see in that vulnerable position?
I feel relieved now to know that I'm able to say it and not be afraid anymore. I've been afraid for a long time.
And talk about what you say happened to you.
I had a cold, and he gave me this blue pill, and he said it was going to help my cold, and he gave it to me with a shot of amaretto about this big. All I remember, I laid down, and he laid next to me, and he was making this sound, and he was telling me to do it. I couldn't move my arms. I couldn't move my legs, my eyes, but it was like I could see, but I couldn't move, couldn't talk. And in my head, I was saying, Dr. Huxtable, but I know, the Cosby Show was going on, like this is happening. And he's pinching my leg, and then I felt something warm. I blacked out when I woke up. It was like 16, almost 13 to 16 hours later. And he was saying, Daddy says, wake up. Daddy says, wake up.
Gloria, let me ask you this. The age of consent is 18.
That's correct.
What are your plans with Shalon's case? Because when you're a minor, that changes everything in terms of the statute of limitations laws.
If a person was sexually molested as a child, somebody under the age of 18, so she may have a window, an open window here, where if she can prove that she understands or understood within the last 3 years that the injuries that she has suffered, the damages, were caused by the child's sexual abuse, that she may have an opportunity to pursue a lawsuit against Mr. Cosby.
Beth, I want to go to you now. What do you say happened to you?
After our relationship ended and I was drugged and whatnot, then it was being left in a car, being left alone for hours alone, disoriented, and I still, much like you, still to this day, do not know exactly what he did to me, but I did confront him, and he still wanted to say that I had, like always, that we've had too much to drink. We were not drinking alcohol. It was coffee.
My story happened in 1973. He came up behind me and just grabbed my, and I thought, why is he doing that? I mean, I just think he's a predator.
Now, the other woman who did file a lawsuit this week, he and his lawyer have come back at her hard, trying to discredit her story.
It's interesting that they have filed their answers so soon. Maybe they want to get their response out there because it's being discussed in the court of public opinion.
Bill Cosby has previously denied allegations. He has not been charged with a crime. What do you want to see happen to the man you claim violated you?
To tell the truth. Give us back what you took.
Hey everybody, this is Kelly of KJM Astrology, and I'm here to talk to you about Bill Cosby and what is in his birth chart that may have caused him to be a rapist. Okay. He was born on July 12th, 1937 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His sun is in Cancer at 19 degrees, Virgo 18 degrees, which is his moon is in. His Mercury is in Cancer, 24 degrees. His Venus is in Gemini, 4 degrees. His Mars is in Scorpio, 21 degrees. Jupiter in Capricorn, 22 degrees. Saturn in Aries, 5 degrees. Uranus in Taurus, 13 degrees. Neptune in Virgo, 16 degrees. Pluto in Cancer, 28 degrees. Lilith in Sagittarius, 1 degrees. And the true node in Sagittarius at 14 degrees. Now his aspects are, his sun is sextile his moon, his sun is conjunction Mercury, sun trine Mars, sun opposite Jupiter, sun sextile Neptune, sun conjunction Pluto, moon sextile Mars, moon trine Jupiter, moon conjunction Neptune, Mercury trine Mars, Mercury opposite Jupiter, Mercury conjunction Pluto, Venus sextile Saturn, Venus opposite Lilith, Mars sextile Jupiter, Mars opposite Uranus, Mars sextile Neptune, Jupiter opposite Pluto, Saturn trine Lilith, Uranus trine Neptune, Pluto trine Lilith. Now, the things that stand out to me the most is Sun conjunction Pluto and Mercury conjunction Pluto, because a lot of times when people have Sun conjunction Pluto, they have a tendency to act scorpionic and to be very sexual. And as you know, Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio. And Scorpio, they like to push the envelope when it comes to sexuality, and they like to do things that are considered as taboo. So he may have a scorpionic way of thinking because of, or psyche, because of his sun sign being aspected by Pluto. And also his Mercury, which is the planet of communication, is also aspected by Pluto. So he may always be the type of person that looks underneath things, and tries to be sneaky or try to strategize things that that he shouldn't, and try to do things that he should not do in secret because Pluto was there. Then another interesting thing was the fact that his planet of love, which is Venus, is opposite Lilith. And Lilith represents your raw sexuality. But Lilith also is seen as like the goddess or the demon that is a demon of revenge, a demon that just is very promiscuous and has sex with whoever and doesn't take care of her children and things of that nature. That's what Lilith, the story of Lilith, is about. And so when you have this raw sexual energy aspect in Venus, then to me that's a big indicator of why he might have raped these women, and why he did rape these women. That shows that. I would definitely look at that factor. And then also the situation of Mars opposite Uranus, where even though that is not a necessarily, it's not a aspect of rape or of a person being a rapist, it is instead, it shows a person that is open to unconventional sex or unconventional sexual activities or situations. So, for him to allegedly, to drug these women and then have sex with them being unconscious, that would be a unconventional type of thing. And I will leave the link below so you can check out Bill Cosby's birth chart by inputting his information. And I also will leave my email address and my website. And in my next video, I will talk to you about one of the aspects that is seen in rapists.